Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat all things comics, from reviews of comics new and old to history to anecdotes, really wherever our whims take us. Punchline, can't stop, won't stop. We're approaching this character's first one-shot at the time of this recording, and we've been following her since her origin was revealed, well, part of it anyway. We must go on. We're in the endgame now. As always, when we take a look at the Joker War, it must be noted that here we are honing in on Punchline, not that event in general. There are other channels who will do that for you. Maybe we will one day, but that day is not today. We'll explain what you need to know what's going on. Like how the Joker and some villains stole Bruce Wayne's fortune. But you know what will help you not lose your fortune? Ladies and gentlemen, I have an exciting announcement. We have a sponsor! Look ma, I'm a real YouTuber. I have to give special thanks to Ekster. Ekster produces some of the poshest smart tech I've ever seen, such as these smart wallets, which is what they're renowned for. It's time to get rid of your dumb wallet, which is clearly what Bruce Wayne had, and that's why he's broke man now. Ekster's Parliament wallet comes in a wide array of colors. You've got your classic colors and even some more vibrant if you want to be a little edgy and bold, but still classy. But what makes it smart, you may be asking? Well, that is the addition of a handy-dandy tracker. With this tracker card, you will never lose your wallet again. It has a GPS feature and allows you to track your wallet via your phone or ring it. If you're interested, use the link I have in the description and you will get an automatic 25% off. You'll also be helping out the channel, which we all want. We need Whim City to grow. It's a beautiful product, and thanks again to Ekster for reaching out. You know who I bet wishes she had one of these? Punchline. Ooh yes, segue. Since she appeared on the Batman scene, there's been a push to establish Punchline as a character, which was largely accomplished by not only giving her the beginnings of an origin in the Joker's 80th anniversary special, but by having her square off and interact with some Batman heavy hitters. She took on Harley, Batgirl, hung around with a brainwashed Rick Grayson, Batman, and she won a decent amount of these bouts until her round 2 with Harley and Batman, which did not endear her to everyone, as some felt her power level was ramped up, that she was just some college student and how very dare she. It's been an interesting ride, and opinions on her are divided, but she's created buzz and excitement in many circles, and this outing in Batman issue 100 is no exception. This issue marks the end of the main Joker War event, which occurred in 2020. I'm using past tense for those of you from the future. Hello. It's all come to a head. Batman is facing off against the Joker after telling Harley last issue that he is not going to kill him, despite her saying that this story needs a different ending. He's called in the Bat fam for backup. Rick Grayson is Nightwing again. Batgirl is Oracle again. Temporarily, perhaps. And they make a big to-do about it because they know that people missed it. It does not have the same gravitas as her first turn as Oracle, at least not as of yet, or we'll see what happens with that, but it was nice to see it acknowledged how awesome she was in that role. Potentially is. As for Punchline, in issue 98 she was knocked out by Batman and his fabulous I'm Batman cape, but we learned in the interim that she escaped. So she's here in issue 100 watching it all fall apart, as the Joker's obsession with Batman completely tanks their plans. You know, the huge. He is obsessed. Oh, and he knows he's Bruce Wayne right now, so he's just taking him down from all sides. This issue is doing its best to make everything feel epic and like a huge climactic battle, and it does, but also doesn't at points. Hashtag pacing. Also, the Joker's batsuit. I love it, but it's really silly. Punchline first appears in this issue angry that the Joker blew the factory earlier than he was supposed to. And also, she's lost contact with her henchmen and their tech is no longer working. And the Underbroker has some bad news for her. Cliff notes, he's a banker for the underworld, a criminal banker. He can help them fund their tech and hold their money and that kind of thing. He has a nice suit. Miss Punchline, I regret to inform you that I'm going to have to bring my association with you and the Joker to an end. The money they were using to pay him is gone, and so he's kicking him to the curb. You can't pay, you can't play. Knowing there's nothing she can do, Punchline makes a phone call. It's me. It's all over sooner than you thought. I'm sorry. I thought we'd be able to push things a little further, but I remember the plan. And I love you, and I will never stop believing. Who did she call? The Joker? Someone else? Ooh, suspense. Also, here's Nightwing. Hi, Nightwing. Now, I'm thrilled to see Dick and the end of Rick, but also, I hope they acknowledge it and don't pretend that Rick never happened, because that was 2 years. 2 years of Rick. If we now just go, what? Rick who? Then what a waste of time. It had better matter. Also, justice for B and some of the other supporting characters who did nothing except be part of a too dragged out maligned arc. Poorly handled arc at times. Look what they did to my boy. Punchline and Nightwing fight, but this time she does not have the upper hand. You're not up against someone who forgot a lifetime of training anymore. This is over. Yeah, but I mean, she also beat Harley and Batgirl, who also had training, especially Batgirl. So ignore that and enjoy this panel of the Bat family assembling. And ponder what I've been pondering since Catwoman got this costume. Why would you have an armpit hole? When people scrutinize ladies so much, demanding that the pits be extra smooth, why would you put a hole there? Why would you do that to yourself? Also, chilly. Punchline is defeated and arrested, so we don't see her again until the epilogue. Epilogues, there are multiple, and they're all happening 1 week later. And the one between Batman and Harley is kind of sweet.
I think I can be a better man, a better Batman.
Well, good. No point in being a crappier Batman, you know?
I guess not.
Is that shade? Some people read that as shade against the previous run written by Tom King. Is it shade? You decide. Either way, I think this is a cute moment. Harley and Batman getting along. Yay. Now, Punchline is actually our final epilogue. We see she's made news, and we learn that she's not heading to Arkham, that she's been deemed mentally competent and in control of her actions, so she's gonna be prosecuted. She's a treat, isn't she?
Oh no, I don't go much for the crazy types.
Oh, but they're so much fun. At least until they slip a knife between your ribs. Punchline is under house arrest, but they didn't take her phone or her internet access. And she is of the modern generation. And her story in the Joker's anniversary special already explained that she was social media savvy and felt that most used it as a vanity tool or one of emotional manipulation for clout or actual gain. And so she's made a video. And it's gone viral. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm shaking. I get nervous in front of cameras. Who am I? I think everyone's heard the name I've been calling myself the last few months. The name I gave myself to make a very bad man happy. You know me as Punchline, but my name is Alexis K. And like many of you, I'm a victim of the Joker. She goes on to say that she knows that's hard to believe and that some people won't and that that's okay. She says that she was just a stupid girl who believed what the Joker told her and was poisoned by online forums with people writing praise to him. She got all turned around, she was confused. I think people my age see it most of all. How the systems have been falling apart for years. How the so-called heroes haven't done anything to change them. I saw Joker as a symbol of how we needed to tear down the system we had so we could build something new. I wanted to believe in that symbol. And so he did. He twisted everything I saw in him. I put on a costume and became something I'm not. I was an unwilling accomplice and witness to his crimes. If this city decides to put me away forever, I'll understand. She's very good. Yes, yes she is. And this is my favorite Punchline moment to date. It's relevant in a way that understands and is commenting upon social media / digital culture and the potential pitfalls therein. Punchline has put herself out there and a version of her story, true or not. It's up for the viewer / reader to decide, both inside of the story and outside, although outside we have a pretty good idea. She's turning what occurred into a trial of public opinion, which has every chance of impacting how her criminal trial proceeds, or at least builds sympathy for her. It showcases how simple it is to manufacture an image or persona. The version of herself is Punchline, the dorm version, and this soft girl online version, Alexis K. She's presenting a version of herself that's meant to be appealing and garner sympathy. She's also casting herself as the victim, but still letting that anger that has driven her from the start squeak through. Society let her down. Society led her to the Joker. They made her vulnerable to his whims. She was just a sweet, innocent summer child. And the Joker is a monster, which again increases the likelihood of some being swayed to her side, or at least feeling sorry for her. It's very easy to form opinions about someone's digital imprint. And Punchline appears to be showcasing how social media can be used to manipulate, which it is. If there is a system to be gamed, whatever it is, there are people who will game it. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately. Too cynical? Sorry. It's easy to manipulate people if you know what buttons to push, especially if you tap into most people's base desire to be perceived as kind or doing the right thing. Now perhaps this could all be wrong and this is actually accurate and this is what happened and boo-hoo, feel sorry for Punchline. But I really hope it isn't. This angle and update of knowing how to manipulate public sympathy and the cynicism and commitment to her belief that outstrips the Joker's, I'm here for it. Those edgy young vibes and the fact that nothing ostensibly happened to her at the time of this recording to make her this way work with the type of villain that she is. She's a villain constructed for and tapping into the time of this recording. If all of this is handled well and she continues on, she could conceivably become quite a unique and outstanding threat. I think she has the potential to be really interesting. Please let her be interesting. I just want interesting characters. I've been hurt before. All of this is going to be continued in Punchline's one-shot in November of 2020. And you know I'll be there. Join me. What did you think of this issue vis-a-vis Punchline, or just in general if you've been following the whole Joker war? Are you ready for the fallout of Broke Man? I am. Were you as enamored with this speech as I was, or do you think it was try-hard and totally missed the mark, and you're still not swayed over to the Church of Punchline? Share all your thoughts down below. And once again, special thanks to Ekster. If you're so inclined, check them out. Protect your wealth. don't be Bruce Wayne. You can look as fly as a supervillain. I've accepted that I will never be as trendy and slick as the Underbroker, but with this, maybe at least he'll talk to me. Please do all the YouTube things. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a vid. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to spend it discussing comics with me. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.